Alert out of San Antonio. Right now, police are looking for this baby, 2-month-old Caleb Gomez. This Amber Alert was issued just within the last hour.
According to San Antonio police, the baby last seen 2 weeks ago on Breesport Street. That's near West Avenue and Tacoma Drive, not far from Wurzbach Parkway on the north side.
SAPD also says they are looking for Marissa Pena and Eddie Gomez in connection to this missing baby, as well as this. Police said the two were last seen driving this 2009 Chevrolet Silverado with license plate number 8J47725.
Law enforcement believe little Caleb Gomez is in danger. If you have any information, call SAPD at 210-207-7660.
I was in a chair with wheels and he roundhouse kicked me. I actually saw like a punch coming towards me.
That's a librarian who was attacked on the job. The Central Library has seen an increase in assaults. It's why the library launched a pilot program to have San Antonio police there part-time. Now that that's been in place for about 6 months, the library will see if this program is working. For the first time, a librarian tells our Daniela Ibarra about his attack, and he says despite the pushback, he's hoping that officers stay.
The stories told inside the Central Library don't always have a happy ending. J.D. Elizondo hopes sharing his leads to change.
I actually saw like a punch coming towards me.
During a library event last year, Elizondo says a patron attacked him.
So I got like kicked in the jaw really hard and well, I went flying with a guitar and onto the hard floor. It was just the craziest thing. I got, assaulted while I was doing my job.
Did you ever think that would happen to you?
No.
In fiscal year 2023, the Central Library says it had 18 assaults. Some of them were on staff members, including JD.
So we worked with SAPD to have a couple of officers here 3 hours a day, 2 to 3 days a week on an alternating basis to see if they could help us with immediate response.
Has this program been effective?
Anecdotally, there have been fewer assaults within 6 months. There have been 2 that we've recorded, and the police aren't here very often.
During the nearly 6 months of part-time police presence, a group of activists has protested the program.
The library is one of the last free spaces that we have. We cannot add police presence and take that away from the folks who need it the most.
What do you think is the solution to reduce the number of assaults at the Central Library?
I think we need to look into de-escalation trainings for everybody at the library. I think we need to open up more community spaces and programs to the folks that need it most.
While JD respects the discussion and debate, he says his story could have ended much differently and dangerously.
What if that guy had a gun or a knife, or what if he just kept punching people, It's good to have counseling, that should be part of the equation, but things like that, there was no escalation, it was like that, and it happened, so what's going to deter that?
It's why he hopes the next chapter of the library's safety plan includes police.
Something needs to deter it.
Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
So now the library says they plan to start evaluating the program next month. It'll work with UTSA to analyze feedback from the staff as well as the community. We'll keep you posted.
Tonight, we're getting new details about the road rage crash involving a pre-K 4SA bus. The driver suspected of causing that crash has died. He's been identified as 42-year-old Richard Mumford. The crash happened around 8 yesterday morning on Highway 90 near I-35. According to the sheriff's office, Mumford was speeding in a Ford Bronco, weaving in and out of traffic, and then hit that school bus. No kids were on board that bus, but the impact caused the bus to hit several other cars. The bus driver and another driver were hurt. Witnesses say that Mumford was involved in some sort of road rage incident right before this crash.
2 of the latest shootings in San Antonio seem to be part of a trend involving would-be victims taking action on their own. A homeowner told San Antonio police he shot 2 men around 5:30 this morning who he caught stealing from him. He says they were taking roofing materials from outside his home on General Kruger. A few hours later, police say another man on Marbach Road shot a stranger who was trying to barge into his apartment.
And they told that person, "What are you doing? You don't live here." And that person says, "No, I do." And they were trying to get in.
To defend yourself and defend your place that you live in there, I don't see where it's wrong at.
Police say in situations like this, it is best to call 911 if possible. They're still investigating the shooting at that apartment, by the way, but they say the case on General Kruger, that shooting clearly appears to be justified.
One team of city workers is on a mission to patch up some problems along San Antonio's streets.
Yeah, pothole problems. The Pothole Patrol's month-long blitz of repairing those mini craters winding down. Katrina Weber shows us why they need the public's help to fill in the gaps.
You can tell from the broom and the big white truck that something is afoot in this Northwest Side neighborhood. Or maybe more correctly, it's underfoot on this particular street.
I just drive around it, just make sure I don't fall into it. Yeah, because otherwise my car will, can't handle it.
Gloria Gutierrez has noticed and avoided the pothole just down from her house. On this day, it's getting a lot more attention from the Public Works Department's Pothole Patrol. This is one of thousands being repaired during what they call their annual blitz.
We want to really push and see if we can break last year's record. So we're hoping that we can do that.
Operations Manager John Tapia says since the beginning of April, 12 crews like this have tackled more than 11,000 potholes all over the city. In last year's blitz, they repaired more than 14,000. Tapia says the goal is not only to smooth out the streets, but get the public to regularly help fill in the gaps by reporting any potholes they see.
To these crews, there is no such thing as a job that's too small. While this hole may not look very big, it can be a big deal to those who have to deal with it every day.
If we don't repair them now, they're only going to get bigger.
Well, I think it's great. It's great. And I think it's a real credit to our city, that they're able to come out and do this.
For Gutierrez, this work now means no more rough roads. She'll be living on Easy Street. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Now, if you notice potholes along your drive, the city wants to hear from you. You can submit a report through the 311 SA mobile app or by calling 311.
The Lasana Alegre Music Festival officially underway in downtown San Antonio. The festival started about an hour ago. It's actually not far from where we were yesterday at this time.
It is making a nearly 30-year return. That's the last time this music festival was in the Alamo City. Our Avery Everett is live there now at Civic Park. We saw them setting up yesterday. The crowd's out there today. Hey, Avery.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Myra. Yes, the music has started and the crowds are coming. I mean, this place was empty just about 30 minutes ago and now it's already packed. It's hard to believe that we were here just yesterday seeing those stages built. I mean, for the organizers that I spoke with, it's such a crazy thing to be able to turn a memory 30 years ago. 1995 was the last time this concert series happened. The music's picking up now, which is even better. 30 years ago was the last time that this happened, and now they're making it into a reality. Here's what they had to say about the importance of this La Semana.
La Semana Alegre feels like one of those events that people remember kindly, and this is now version 2. So we have taken that memory, put it into place with a new set of lineup.
If you aren't here right now, you still have plenty of time to come. Girl in a Coma is playing tonight, and the Toadies are kicking off at 9:30, so there's still a whole night ahead. And there's also tomorrow. Steve and Myra, can you tell Adam Caskey that I'm holding down the fort right now? A lot of people have come up to me saying that they had to choose between Caskey's medal giveaway and coming to La Semana, so I'm handing out the medals. You can tell him I have it under control here in downtown San Antonio.
All right, thank you, Avery. I think you did just tell him, because hopefully he's listening in right now from his medal giveaway, because we're going to go from one to the other. I guess, do we call this La Semana Adam?
Yeah, we can. Why not? Hey, Adam.
La Semana hip shake, right? Shake that booty for Fiesta. Come on. Come on. Got my helpers here. What's your name? You can say it in the mic.
Castillo.
All right, Castillo, in 3rd grade, right? I need a big countdown from everybody to start the medal giveaway officially. Ready? And when it pops, we all got to say Viva Fiesta. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Viva Fiesta! And now that furniture may be on discount. I don't know. We'll talk to Bob in a little bit. Bob Mills himself is here. We're going to chat with him a little bit. He's one of the surprises today. And hey, what did you win here today?
I won a recliner.
Love it. Bob is so generous. It's so awesome. All right, so we're going to talk about the weather. We do have updated storm chances. We still have some confetti fluttering down. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, right? We'll see you in a few minutes. More fun.
Big winner might be going home with some confetti in those cushions.
Probably so. I hope her recliner's confetti free.
All right, take a look at this happening right now. The 88th Battle of Flowers Band Festival just about to get underway. This is a live look at that festival at Alamo Stadium. It starts at 6:30. You can watch this live on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or the KSAT YouTube channel. We'll also re-air this festival on Saturday right here at 2 p.m. Tomorrow, though, of course, the Battle of Flowers Parade. Now, if you don't have your tickets, there are still some left at the KSAT Parade Party. Scan this QR code to buy those tickets, and each one includes an assigned seat along the parade route, food, and a drink.
All right, we've told you there's a couple of things going on tonight. Niosa, Semana de Alegre also taking place downtown. 37 in Houston, though, it's fine.
Looking good if
no
you're headed that
traffic
way.
problems, but it's kind of when you get on the downtown streets that you run into the construction. And if you plan on making your way downtown to the Battle of Flowers Parade, some closures you're going to need to be aware of tomorrow morning. RJ Marquez has what you need to know ahead of the Battle of Flowers.
Well, we are getting set for Fiesta weekend here, and that includes the Battle of Flowers Parade and, of course, Fiesta Flambeau to commemorate this year's Fiesta events. We're going to have thousands of people in the downtown area, so there will be some street closures there. Let's kind of break this all down before you make your way out to these two major parades. First of all, this is a 2.6-mile route that goes through downtown San Antonio. For Battle of Flowers, the closures will start at 8 a.m. on Friday morning. For the Fiesta Flambeau, closures are going to start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's take a look at the route here. We're going to start things off for both parades out there North Main Avenue at the San Antonio College area. Going to come down to Lexington, St. Mary's, right there to Brooklyn. Right there is where KSAT 12 is, and then a little bit further south on Brooklyn right there. As we get to the lower parts of the parade route, we do see that our KSAT Insider Party is actually part of the route here, Avenue E and 6th Street. And so we're going to go from Avenue E to Alamo Plaza to Commerce Street, past San Fernando Cathedral to Santa Rosa, and then ending things out there at Santa Rosa and West Martin. So again, these closures will be in place throughout a big parts of the day on Friday morning into the early afternoon, and of course Saturday evening into early Sunday morning. If you need more information on these closures and more information on Fiesta in general, head over to KSAT.com, and Viva Fiesta. Be safe, y'all.
Still ahead here on the news at 6, diabetes affects so many people here in San Antonio. So coming up, we're sharing a warning from a San Antonio man who has dealt with the diabetes trifecta.
But first, let's take a quick look outside with live cam. It's going to be damp during the Battle of Flowers Parade tomorrow morning. How damp? Meteorologist Adam Caskey will tell us our rain chances and if it will all go away before the parade begins. It's after the break. We invite you to join us again on the Night Beat tonight as we continue the conversation around diabetes and how it's affecting people right here in our community.
Stefania Jimenez will introduce you to a man from here in San Antonio who has dealt with what some people call the diabetes trifecta. She's here in the studio with us to tell us what that is, Stefania.
Yeah, so we've all heard about the complications that come about from diabetes, that people can suffer. Some people lose all or part of their vision. Others lose their limbs, and some people suffer kidney damage. Well, the man that you're going to meet tonight has dealt with all three of those things. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes more than 25 years ago. He admits he didn't always take care of himself, and that had consequences. And he doesn't want any of the 16% of people in Bexar County who have diabetes to go through the same thing.
It was just a party life for me. I partied every day. I just hung out with my friends. I was just a workaholic and go to school and go to work and party. But it was just a rough, it was too rough for my body, and I didn't know it.
But Joel Gonzalez Jr. certainly learned from his mistakes. Right now, he's thriving, and we could all learn a lot from his experience. Now, you're going to meet him tonight, and we're also going to share information that can help you if you or one of your loved ones has diabetes. So tune in for that tonight on The Night Beat.
All right, we'll see you then. And thankful that Joel's coming forward to tell his story.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back out live to Adam Caskey. He is at Bob Mills Furniture for his final Fiesta medal giveaway. He's fired off the canyon, and now he's got Bob.
Yes, I have Bob Mills himself with us. He came in for this medal giveaway. Everybody give it up for Bob Mills! Thank you so much for having us here.
Oh, Adam, what a time. I couldn't miss this.
Right now, you're celebrating an anniversary here, is that right?
Anniversary. It's our 6th anniversary in San Antonio. We've been in business 52 years.
52 years.
That's right. So we're having a good time. Couldn't believe the crowd today. It's our anniversary week. We're doing some crazy things, offering people up to 60% off on the things that you want.
And we're shooting confetti inside. Thank you for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, who's going to clean it up?
Not it. You know, in the studio, I can have it cleaned up before sports is over with. So I'm pretty good at it.
It's okay. It's a good time. Let's just enjoy it.
It's Fiesta.
That's right.
All right.
Fiesta.
3, 2, 1, then give me a Viva Fiesta with me. 3, 2, 1.
Viva Fiesta!
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mills. Thank you for having us.
Okay, buddy.
Appreciate
Good
it.
to see you today.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, we have to get to the weather a little bit. Yeah, we got to talk weather. It's okay. All right, so I want to start with our storm chances. Do you mind holding on to my canyon here? Is that okay? Thank you. You can say hi to everybody. Hello. Hi. All right, so here's our storm chances. Tomorrow morning, we bumped it up to 40%. We do think there's going to be scattered activity around Bexar County and surrounding counties. And the time frame would be up until about 9, 10 a.m. That's the thing. And I know that butts up close to Battle of Flowers Parade. If you're on the parade route early, just have that plan B to duck inside somewhere really quickly to wait out the shower or storm. And I want to point out, any storm that could develop anytime now through the weekend, it could really become strong to severe. And then Sunday morning, a more enhanced chance at 60%. We think that dry line's really going to get some storms going overnight, Saturday and then into Sunday morning, help to give us some much needed rainfall. Obviously, we could use the rain. We don't want it during the parades, but we do want the rainfall. Here's our future cast. Get used to morning drizzle. We're in this pattern with the low humidity. Sun angle isn't quite high enough yet this year to really burn it off quickly. So we have the low clouds and morning dampness. That'll be the story again tomorrow and for several more days. Notice now, even the high-res models here, the high-resolution models, picking up on some of those storms popping up in or near San Antonio tomorrow morning, and then we'll just have clouds the rest of the day with a few breaks in the clouds, but not much. Then that dry line you see on the left-hand side of your screen, that's likely to activate a broken line of storms Saturday night, which then could make their way here to the Alamo City and give us the, I think, better chances of rain and even heavier rain by Sunday morning. So that would be early Sunday morning time frame, and some of those could be strong to severe, localized hail, maybe even some isolated wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So here's the breakdown for Battle of Flowers. 10:30 a.m. we're going to be in the 70s, drizzle, some of the sprinkles still lingering. Flambeau, that's, of course, Saturday evening, will be in the 80s. Bit breezy out there. And a stray storm possible, especially later, tail end of the parade or after the parade even. That's what we're, and of course, the humidity sticking around. As we go through this evening, by 9 o'clock, we're 78 degrees. You get to midnight, we're at 75. I love the confetti on the graphic. You got to have the confetti. It's not a party without the fetty. 71 in the morning. By noon, we're at 78 degrees tomorrow, and then 84 for the high, and fairly gray. I mean, this is one of those what we call persistent situations. It's been hard to burn off the clouds every day, so I think it's going to be fairly gray going forward. Me and I were just talking about that. There isn't much for afternoon sun, so it's kind of that dreary feeling all day long. And we look ahead, we still have those isolated storm chances into next week. They're at 30%. Again, we can't rule out the possibility of a strong to severe storm. It is spring in San Antonio. Okay, we've begun the medal giveaway, and now, soon I need to give away the thermometer. Yes, I'm gonna have to give that away. So we're gonna have a little fun here, and we'll see you back in a few minutes.
How fun is that?
Yeah, it's a great time out there.
Bob Mills, confetti. What more can you ask for, right?
I think that's it.
There you go. All right, let's turn to sports right now. And the fact the San Antonio Missions have a lot of great prospects on their roster.
Yeah, so Robbie Snelling, a left-handed pitcher, is number 3 in the Padres organization, and he's pitching for the San Antonio Missions. He played football and baseball growing up, but ultimately he chose baseball. And Randy Mahomes was part of a What a Mom luncheon today to help out Antonian football. Coming up.
A little dollar or something that helped go toward Patrick growing up with all of his sports. It made a difference.
Randy Mahomes is helping raise money for Antonian football in big board sports. So behind most athletes' success stories is a dedicated mom. We at least know that to be the case for 3-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Patrick Mahomes. And this afternoon, Mahomes' mom, Randy Mahomes, joined forces with the moms of Antonian football and Whataburger at Silverhorn Golf Club for a What a Mom luncheon in conjunction with a golf tournament fundraiser for the Apaches. Randy shared with us the challenges she faced raising kids in sports and loves any chance to visit and give back to the Alamo City, her favorite town in Texas.
San Antonio is my favorite town in Texas, and I brought my kids Patrick and Jackson here on a little vacation. I plan on bringing my daughter. I went on a vacation here growing up, and so to be able to do anything that's going to help give back to children, I love that. I love being a part of it. It would be hard for me to say no to anything like that because I know what it takes to get your kids to succeed, and every little bit helps.
And there had to be Taylor Swift bracelets for the Antonian moms. Randy Mahomes fully embracing the T-Swift Kansas City Chiefs crossover. The San Antonio Missions have a lot of prospects on their squad right now, and one of them is a left-handed pitcher who is currently the 3rd prospect for the San Diego Padres. But Robbie Snelling was recruited to play college baseball and football for Arizona, then LSU. Sports producer Daniel Villanueva and photog Mark Mendez were out at the Wolf yesterday to get to know the star prospect. So what can you see from him when he takes the mound Friday night?
My arsenal is more fastball, curveball, changeup. Trying to mix a slider in there here potentially, but really those 3 are my main pitches.
You played high school football and baseball. You were going to go to Arizona, then LSU. You decided to go with the Padres. How did you make that decision?
It was really hard. Dad was the football coach at my high school for 24 years. My uncle played in the NFL and also coaches college football. My grandparents were football coaches, just really rooted deep in football. I thought that's what I was going to do. Growing up, that was my dream, but really baseball separated itself from me, and it boiled down to I enjoyed playing it a lot more than I did football as, the high school years came to an end.
I heard you like hobbies like hunting and golfing. Have you been able to do any of that while you've been in Texas?
A lot of golfing Mondays, and then some mornings where you don't have to report until around 3 o'clock to the field. You get to go in and play 9 or 18 holes. It's a great way to just kind of relax and get your mind off of baseball, because when you're doing this for 5 to 6 months a year, it can be a little bit tolling on the body.
What do you like about the pitching here at the Wolf?
It's very pitcher friendly. The environment that you're in, I love it. It's been one of my top ballparks that I played in that I enjoyed.
Good luck on Friday.
Thanks, Larry. Back to you.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Daniel. So Robbie Snelling is the Padres' number 3 prospect. He's the 2023 Padres Minor League Pitcher of the Year. He holds the Nevada State record for strikeouts in a season with 145 and strikeouts in a game with 20. He's in his 2nd season with the Missions, and he will start for them tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. at the Wolf.
I think Robbie Snelling goes to the top of the pitchbacks to Larry, because he did the
point.
Yeah, but
special touch right there.
Those are so fun.
Yeah,
I love it when they do that. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Robbie.
But of course, a pitcher's good at a toss. So there you go.
So are anchors.
Some of us. We'll be right back.
Doc. It is time now for Doc Talk. Every Thursday, we take your medical questions and take them straight to local doctors for some answers. We are joined by Dr. Amy Cobb from University Health. Thanks for being back here with us.
My pleasure.
We have our first viewer question up today. It's about Sjogren's syndrome. She asked, is Sjogren's syndrome something to worry about? What if you don't have the markers for it, but the anti-nuclear antibodies tested positive?
Yes, so Sjogren's is an autoimmune disease. We classically think about it as causing dry eyes and dry mouth, but it can cause other systemic or body-wide symptoms like fatigue, body aches, and rashes. It can exist by itself, just as Sjogren's syndrome, or it can be with other diseases like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and systemic sclerosis. The important thing I want to kind of call out from this question is that a test by itself can't diagnose you with an autoimmune disease. We kind of have to look at the whole picture of your symptoms and what's going on with you. And particularly the anti-nuclear antibody, or ANA, can be high for reasons other than autoimmune disease. So I would recommend that she get with a rheumatologist that's our autoimmune expert to figure out if she really has Sjogren's. If she does, we would want her to get with an eye doctor because the dry eyes can cause ulceration in the eyes, with a dentist because you can have more cavities and even yeast infections in your mouth, and then stay with your primary care doctor and your rheumatologist to check your glands and lymph nodes because there are some complications that can come down the road.
Follow up. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Gloria G, for that question. Bobby H has a question. I'm 62 years old and I've never had a childhood disease, yet my brother had them all when we were young. I was never immunized for any of them. Should I be worried about getting any vaccines for any of them? Question mark.
Okay, so I think the question really here is, are the vaccines we get in childhood relevant in adulthood? And the answer is yes. The vaccines, most of them protect us across our lifespan. There are a few that you age out of and aren't as relevant, but most of them still are. So for example, the hepatitis A vaccine protects against a virus that can cause a really severe infection of your liver. Hepatitis B vaccine, same thing, but hepatitis B can also cause cirrhosis and liver cancer. Think about tetanus. You can get a cut or a puncture wound or a bite, and you can get infected with tetanus. And Dr. Lopez last week talked about measles, mumps, and rubella and how we're having more measles cases in the U.S. So I think what I would recommend is getting with his doctor, particularly because there are some health conditions like lung disease and liver disease and diabetes that would recommend some additional vaccines to see what makes sense for him. And I think the other message for parents is what a gift that you can start at birth, which is when we start hepatitis B vaccine, to give your child vaccines that are relevant across the entire lifespan.
Okay, I want to switch gears now, ask you about rabies. We've seen some counties in our area reporting increases in rabies cases. While the overall number hasn't necessarily been high, some counties are seeing double what they did last year. So how big of a risk is rabies right now?
Yeah, that's right. So overall in the state of Texas, the number of cases is about what we usually see, but in the Hill Country in particular, we're seeing many cases. They're mostly coming from bats, foxes, and skunks, but we've seen a few statewide also involving raccoons, cats, cattle, and horses. So rabies is caused by a virus, and what happens is if you have a wound or a mucous membrane that comes into contact with saliva or spit from an infected animal, or less commonly neural matter, so like brain or spinal tissue, you can get infected with the virus. And once you start to show symptoms, it's almost always fatal. Good news here is that being sprayed by a rabid skunk or coming into contact with urine, feces, and blood can't get rabies that way. It's really saliva and neural fluid. And there are a few things that we can do to help protect ourselves. So one, you don't want to encourage wildlife to come close to your home. So you don't want to leave food out for those cute little gray foxes, right? Mm-hmm. You want to make sure that your pets are vaccinated against rabies. And then if there's a possible exposure to rabies, you want to make sure that you present for care right away. There are cases when we'll observe and don't have to treat, but in the high-risk cases, we give an injection of rabies immune globulin as well as the rabies vaccine. And if it's possible to isolate the animal, that's ideal so that they can be tested.
All right, we have a lot of raccoons, skunks, possum in our urban neighborhoods. They're cute, but do they carry other diseases as well? I mean, beyond rabies.
Yeah, so another one that comes to mind is marine typhus or flea-borne typhus. So this is caused by the feces of a flea getting into a wound. Okay, so you get bit by a flea, you scratch, and then you scratch their poop into your wound, and then you can get infected. Also, if there's dirt that's been infected by flea feces and then that gets into the air, you can actually breathe it in or rub it into your eye. I've seen several cases of typhus in San Antonio in my patients, and they're sick. They've got very high fever, really bad stomach aches, headaches, and cough. Their labs look horrible, very high liver enzymes, low platelets, but it's treatable with an antibiotic.
Okay.
So you have the cases that end up going to the hospital are the ones that aren't recognized. And things you can do similar to what we talked about is you want to keep wildlife away from your home, particularly rats, because they're the ones who commonly carry these fleas, and you want to make sure that you're treating your own animals for fleas.
Okay, what about Lyme disease, that disease carried by a tick?
Yeah, so Lyme disease is not something we have to worry about here in Texas because it's carried by the black-legged tick, which is in the Northeast. Now, we do have a look-alike illness here that's carried by the Lone Star tick, and it's called Starry, which is Southern Tick-Associated Rash Illness. So Starry can cause a rash that looks a lot like the Lyme disease rash, and you can also have headaches and body aches and fatigue, but it doesn't have those long-term consequences. So you don't end up having long-term fatigue and body aches like you can see with Lyme. If you're going to be in a wooded area, you're going to want to use permethrin or DEET, wear those long pants, thick socks, and check yourself for ticks. If you do have a tick bite, you're going to be monitoring for symptoms for 30 days, and if there are symptoms, go see your healthcare provider.
Okay. Dr. Cobb, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for
Always
having me.
provide a lot of info.
Thank you, Doctor.
Appreciate it.
And if you have a question that you want us to ask one of our doctors as they come in on Thursdays at 6:30, we'd love to. Just scan the QR code to submit your questions right now or anytime between now and next Thursday when we have our next round of Doc Talk.
And we'll be right back.
New crash test results are in, and only 1 out of 10 small SUVs tested got a good rating.
And this time, the test was on crash prevention systems like automatic braking. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz shows us what happened when test cars drove at high speeds toward motorcycles.
This is how it's supposed to work. Thanks to the beeps and automatic braking system, this car stops on its own in time.
Now we're raising the bar by increasing the speed and adding a motorcycle and large truck target.
Those can be the deadliest rear-end crashes for the people in the car hitting a semi or the cyclist slammed by a car. So the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety tested 10 small SUVs. Watch as this Subaru Forester barrels toward the bike at 37 miles an hour. The Subaru was the only one to earn a good rating.
The evaluation is based on the vehicle's ability to provide an appropriate warning to the driver, as well as its ability to mitigate or avoid a crash.
Now watch this Chevy Equinox at 31 miles an hour. It barely slows down and strikes the motorcycle crash test dummy. The Equinox got a poor rating. Same for the Mazda CX-5, the Mitsubishi Outlander, and the Volkswagen Taos. All got overall poor ratings. 2 popular SUVs, the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4, got acceptable ratings.
Front crash protection systems are effective. Data shows they've cut crashes in half, but these crash tests show there's room for improvement. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Taking a look outside with live cam this evening, just 2 more parades left in this Fiesta season. Meteorologist Adam Caskey has your latest Fiesta forecast up next. All right, it is Battle of Flowers Eve, and the forecast is pretty important for this one.
Yeah, a lot of questions about, okay, we know it's going to be probably drizzly, but I mean, it's probably not parade canceling rain, right, Adam?
Parade canceling rain? I don't think so. No, I don't think it will be parade canceling rain. I do think we'll have some showers before it and that drizzly action, but we'll still get the parade in. Tell me your name.
Dorothy Ann Copney.
When did you get here to Bob Mills for this medal giveaway?
9 a.m.
9 a.m.? You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner here now.
My feet hurt.
Well, thank you for going. But all the comfortable couches and recliners and sofas and everything.
Bed.
You did get to bed? You went to the sleep spot?
Yes.
Nice.
It was perfect.
Awesome. All right. We need to talk about the weather a little bit. Okay. And by the way, I do have my Nyosa ladies over there from last night. Yeah, they're over there. We'll get them in a little bit. Yeah, and my Nyosa ladies. Oh boy. Okay. Let's get to the graphics here. Here we go. You remember how to help me with this, right? Yes.
Yes, everything.
40% chance of storms in the morning.
Yes.
Even better chance, 60% Sunday morning.
Yes.
See, is it gonna snow?
No.
Exactly. Trick question there. No, it's not going to snow. Of course not. And we have storm chances pretty much every day all the way into next week, but the best chance is especially Sunday morning. Now, here's the deal with this dry line that we have coming our way, and the dry line that's moving toward us is that it's going to help kickstart a few showers and storms. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be isolated to widely separated up through 10 a.m. and parade isn't until after 10 a.m. Still going to be cloudy and even a little drizzly for the parade. So just overall dampness, be prepared for that. And then fairly gray the rest of the day. We'll have a few breaks in the clouds the next few afternoons. Drizzle again as we get into the weekend. We get into Saturday, Sunday morning, we'll have that. But that dry line off to the west likely to activate a broken line of showers and thunderstorms, some of which could become strong to severe as we get into early on Sunday morning. Exact timing, of course, is still a little up in the air. We need these storms to develop before we can really give you the down-to-the-minute forecast. But we'll get that to you. Of course, we're going to stay on top of it. As for Battle of Flowers, in the 70s?
Yes.
Humid?
Yes.
Awesome?
Awesome, yes.
Rowdy?
Woo! Viva Fiesta!
That's right. It's going to be especially Flambeau is going to be extra rowdy, right?
Yes, and be sure to go.
Yes, be sure to go.
And you'll see him.
Oh, we're going to be there. We're going to be there. We're going to have it all going on. So we'll be in the 80s for Flambeau. Of course, it's going to be very sticky. There could be a few storms late, especially after the parade. Right now, we have those clouds, and it's humid. We're temperatures in the low 80s. 71 in the morning tomorrow. That's at 7 a.m. By noon, we're at 78 degrees and a high temperature of 84. And we still have a few slight storm chances into tomorrow afternoon. We're talking 20%, not a big deal. High temperatures, because of these clouds, are going to stay in the 80s. And mornings will be generally around 70, give or take a degree or two. Okay, you know what day it is now.
Friday.
It's Thermometer Thursday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But hey, we treat it like it's Friday because it's so fun. Yeah, it's Friday Eve and Therm Thurs. And I have my final winner of my thermometer over there. Oh, Patty, would you mind grabbing me that? Okay, yeah. You know the other. So we had a winner here at Bob Mills. We had a lucky winner, and then dun dun dun, another one to match the medal this year, the specialized homemade thermometer. Harry Termate of San Antonio. Congratulations. And I just sent you the email. We've connected it all.
Come on down.
Yeah, and go to KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing for a thermometer. We'll give another away next week. Come on, shake it with me. Shake it. Viva Fiesta.
The Casquettes live.
That's the yes. Steve coined the Casquettes yesterday.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Adam.
Oh, the buzz is
I know.
next.
Yes, it is.
How are we going to top that? In Florida this week, a licensed alligator trapper removed a wandering gator from a busy street in Jacksonville, all caught on video. The man says he was at a hockey game with his family when he got a call from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. They were looking for a trapper.
Yeah, he was 5 minutes away from the location, jumped in his car, headed over, even though he didn't have any of his equipment with him. He didn't need it. He caught the 8-foot gator in true Florida man style with his bare hands and bare feet, making it look easy.
Hashtag Florida,
there he goes.
Florida man.
Yeah, he's got him.
Thank you for seeing Florida.
Yeah. An interesting piece of art in Rhode Island is finding fame thanks to some locals. They are sharing this 8-foot tall guitar in a slab of granite. The art piece was supposed to be integrated into a seawall around Taylor Swift's oceanfront home.
But the excavation company says the tribute wasn't finished in time, so now it sits in its parking lot. The company says it's going to stay there unless Swift decides she wants it.
That guitar rocks or granites. We'll be right back.
Well, we'll be right back. Tomorrow is the Battle of Flowers parade, and if you don't have your tickets yet, there are still some left to the KSAT parade party. Scan this QR code to buy those tickets, and each one includes an assigned seat along the parade route, food, and a drink.
Yep, and we're going to be keeping very close eyes on the radar tomorrow morning. A few showers, maybe a stray storm possible, really up until the start of the parade, then just general dampness throughout the remainder of the morning. Flambeau looking pretty good on Saturday, just a little breezy and humid, and then we'll monitor our next best chance for storms on Sunday morning.
I'm a little depressed. I'm going to be out of town, so I'm going to miss the Battle of Flowers and Flambeau.
Yeah, we'll miss you for both.
Yeah, you and Stephanie will be great for Flambeau, though.
Female Flambeau.